everyone, and welcome back to my channel. By request, today we are going to be doing a quick comparison of the Sanrio Meets and the Fantasy Meets. Both of these are super cute devices, so I know it's really hard to pick between the two of them. So let's first start out by taking a look at the games on the Sanrio. So we'll head over to the department store. For our first game, it's a Hello Kitty quiz game, and this game is kind of difficult if you don't speak Japanese, or it's kind of difficult for someone like me that can read Japanese, but at a very elementary level, so I certainly can't talk about the game and read at the same time, but it's asking some kind of question. So it was something about Kuromi's favorite something. So I'm just going to guess B, which is ramune. I'm guessing what was his favorite drink. So Hello Kitty. What's Hello Kitty's sister name? And her name is Mimi. All right, so I was able to get that one correct. So we got one question right and received 60 gachi points for that. So as you can see, if you do not read Japanese, that's tough. If you do read very little Japanese, it's still tough. But the second game is one of my absolute favorites, and this is a matching game. So remember where all the icons are now, and then we'll go through and we match them together. The reason why I really like this game is because it's not just mindless button mashing, which we will see in the fantasy in just a moment. The Sanrio does have one more game in addition to the games that we find at the department store, and it is in the Maryland or the My Melody Land location. So here we are in her forest, and I believe it's this third one. In this game, we count, I believe, how many mushrooms that she picks up. So it looks like we have 3 here, and she gives 2 away, so she should only have 1 in her basket right now. So she should have 2, and it looks like she's giving just 1 away this time, so she should only have 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. You should get the idea there. And now let's take a look at the fantasy games. Again, we'll head over to the department store. Our first game is another counting game, pretty similar to the one that we just played with My Melody. This time we're counting books. So it looks like we have 2 out so far. And we're returning 2, so we now have 0 books. So we just took 3 books out, so we have 3. And so on. Now, the next game is not my favorite. It is a button mashing game. So your goal is to tap A as fast as you can. If you can fill the meter all the way up, you will make a super pretty ball gown. Now, depending on how full your meter is, you might make a not so pretty ball gown or a somewhat okay ball gown, and each gown you make will depend on how much money how many gacha points you'll receive. So I was not able to make the top tier gown, but I still got 140 points. Again, it's just button mashing though, and it's just not my favorite personally, but still, maybe you'll enjoy that kind of thing. So now let's take a look at the special locations. And in each one, we do have 3. In the Sanrio, we already took a look at the Maryland. Now let's pop over to Pudoland, which should be this one right here. We don't need to bring anything, and we took the Sanrio train here. And here's the plaza where you can meet different Sanrio characters. It's a super cute location in my opinion, definitely somewhere I wish I could visit in real life. At the very bottom of our list, we have the Strawberry Kingdom, which again is another super cute location. That's, I guess, the main draw of the Sanrio is just how adorable it is. And so this is another fun place that you can visit on this device. And we'll set this aside for now and take a look at the fantasy locations. And I do apologize, I don't have all of the fantasy locations unlocked at the moment. I reset this device for my Let's Play, but I do have the Wonderland or the Wonder Garden location unlocked that I can show you. Sorry, my Sanrio is still beeping in the background, but in addition to the Wonderland, there is a Princess Palace, which is kind of like a Cinderella-inspired location. And then there is an Arabian Nights location, which is very, it looks very similar to what we think of Disney's Aladdin, but, you know, it's not a Disney-themed device. Otherwise, the gameplay and other locations of these two devices are the same, so I know it's definitely a tough call of which one you'd rather get. In my opinion, though, I would say if you're a Sanrio fan, you cannot go wrong with this Sanrio Meets, just because it's so cute, and who doesn't love Sanrio characters? Like, you know, you get to, you can marry like Gudetama, and you get to have a Gudetama Tamagotchi with you all the time. That is so cool. So that's just my opinion, though. If you were to ask for my advice, that's what I would say. In the fantasy, though, I absolutely love the shell, and I've raved about the fantasy many times just because I love how whimsical it is. I hope this video helps you decide on which one you would like to get. As always, thank you to everyone who took the time to watch my video today. Your support means so much to me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and you can also find me on other social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. You can find all those links in the description. Again, thanks so much for watching. I hope you and your families are staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video.